What up, fish homies? Today we got a special one for you. We got a big unboxing. I think I got 3 boxes. I opened one because I was gonna go carp fishing at a special lake, which will come in the future. But, oh yeah, so I opened it because there was a reel in there and I need to get it spooled up. So you will see that reel spooled up right now. Well, in a second. I'm gonna get these boxes open so you can see what's inside. Alright, so let's start with the small box. I can't even remember what's in here. I can't even remember where it's from. Let's see. Oh, this is from Big Carp Tackle. They're a pretty cool place. They're in the United States. They have a grip of carp gear. Let's see what we got. I'm not going to open it all crazy like all the other YouTubers because I don't want to break anything inside. Nothing in there. Here's the invoice. Let's see what we got first. We have the fake corn from Corda. You can check that out on their website or a Big Carp Tackle, or you can see them on YouTube. These are really cool. It's the slow sinking corn. There's like 3 types. Well, there's all kinds of types of fake food that they make. That's the line of stuff, the fake food. But there is 3 types of fake corn. There's the slow sinking, the pop-up, and the sinking, I think. But anyways, the slow sinking corn will float up and the hook will lay on the bottom and the corn will float up right off the top. The pop-ups will actually pop it up. So these are pretty cool for the method feeder. I think these will work out great. They kind of show you how you can rig them on the back. That's pretty cool. Corda is one of my favorite companies. They have some really, really cool stuff. So check them out. We got the Banoffee, which I believe is banana coffee flavor. And we have the IB flavor, which is like one of their Team Fisher's like secret favorite flavor. I think it's like a bunch of fruity flavors. Oh boy, it smells like bubblegum though. That is freaking wild. That is crazy. You guys gotta get you some of this fake food. It smells so crazy. This is definitely, that one smells pretty mellow, but the IB flavor, this IB corn, this has some tutti fruity flavor. Like I could chew on this probably and it would taste good. Those are the fake corn, some of the most important part, I would say. Here's box number 2. It's already open because like I said, I had to get the reel out of there and get it spooled up because I was supposed to go fishing. But anyways, this is the Regal BRI by Daiwa. It's a bite and run reel. So it was only $50. My first bite and reel. It's a 5,000 size. My dog chewed up the box, so I can't show you. But there's this little clutch on the back, or this little switch, and you flip it down, and it's the loose drag for like if your pole sitting on a holder. So when the fish bites it, it lets all the drag out really easily. And then when you start reeling, that switch will go back up and it engages your normal drag that you want to fight them on. So it's a little easier with the method feeder. It's definitely easier with the method feeder because you just start reeling and your drag engages. You don't have to mess with it while you're fighting them. But anyways, it comes with 2 spools, which is pretty cool. I didn't really think about why I did that at first, but now I'm thinking if you want like 20-pound braid on one and like 30-pound on the other, or lighter or not braid, then you can have 2 different spools set up. Just interchange them. Pretty cool. There's a lot of plastic on this reel, but for 50 bucks, it's definitely worth it. So there's the first thing out of there. We also got these inline, oh yeah, this is from Whacker Bait and Tackle. I forget exactly where they're located. Oh, in Illinois. But this is their version of an inline method feeder. The Grippo inline feeder from Whacker Baits. It's like a American style feeder. Got 2 of those. One for me, one for Taylor. We also got this Marukiyu. I'm not sure exactly how you say that, but it's a Japanese pack bait for carp fishing, and The description online said you used to catch the biggest carp in Japan, and it was $6 for 2 pounds, so that's really cheap. I mean, you pay for shipping, but if you order a bunch of this at once, it's like pretty much just as cheap as making your own pack bait, honestly. Another thing we got is the PVA mesh feeders. These are from Fox, another good company. This is the wide version. I saw on Catfish and Carp and a couple other people, they use the wide, the 35mm versions. This is also the heavy. I think you'll be able to cast it farther. Anyways, this is how it comes. It's just like a little tube on the inside of a tube. You roll it off like that and you tie a little knot in the bottom. Throw your bait in there, and then you push it down with this plunger against your leg or a hard surface so you make a nice packed bait in there. Then you pull it off, tie another knot on top of it, and you got a little stick bait. You'll see that coming up in a new video. It's just another way to chum without chumming, I guess you could say. Because in California we have some crazy laws where you can't chum, so we have to use the inline feeders and the PVA mesh. But yeah, this stuff's pretty durable, so it's pretty awesome. Oh yeah, and what they are is it packs a little bait in there, and then you hook that onto your hook link or your leader, and you throw it out, and this mesh will dissolve in water. So it's just gonna leave a nice pile of bait around your hook. This is another great way to catch them, especially here in the US. You're probably wondering why I got a size 5000 reel. It's because box number 3 is right here, and you can probably guess what this is. Bada boom. Alright, so in this box, obviously we have some rods. Where did I get these? Oh yeah, these are also from Whacker Bait. They're a good company online. I mean, they don't have everything, but they have a good selection for starters. Rods, reels, baits, everything you really need to get started. I mean, I would pack these in a tube, not a box. This is obviously has a hole in it already. They came like that, so they don't ship in the sturdiest boxes, but everything looks okay so far. But anyways, you can see, I don't know if it's backwards, but we got the Daiwa Mad Dragons. These are 2-piece 12-foot rods, 2 3/4 pound test curve, which is how like the Europeans and I guess Japanese people rate their rods. It's means if you hang a 2 3/4 pound weight from the tip of this rod, the tip's gonna bend at 90 degrees. I believe. I looked it up and that's what it said. We can't always trust the internet. This is the first time I've got these rods, so I think a 2 3/4 is like the light version. And these are only $60, guys. I haven't used them yet, but they're recommended from a really respected carp fisher. And there's a lot of other poles in this price range, but he said none are really comparable to this. The Daiwa Mad Dragon. So it's pretty cool. It comes in these little like sheath things, I guess you could say. Haven't got a rod in a case before, especially a $60 rod, so that's awesome. I don't know if I'm going to be able to take this out inside the house and connect it, but we'll get the pieces out so you can see here. It's going to fall. I'm ruining my new rod already. Ruin it. The Mad Dragon. So yeah, you can see on the box, on the back, it's a 2.75 pound. You can see, I don't know if it's gonna focus very well, but these look pretty sweet. They're like carbon fiber wrapped or something. Like, I don't even know how to explain it, but hopefully you can get a good view of it. That's the butt of it too. So it's like there's a little handle right down here for when you're casting. You can pull this arm down and push this one forward. So there's a little grip for that. And then here's where your reel is gonna sit, obviously. And this is really thin. Oh, that's weird. But anyways, this is the butt end of the stick. So your reel's gonna be here. The line's gonna go this way. Let's see. You can see the eye right there. So this is the butt. And this is gonna give you a lot of feel. you're gonna be able to feel everything with this, especially with braid on it. It's like this is like a giant bass fishing rod to me almost. 12-footer, 2-piece. Feels super sturdy too. Let's see if we can connect it inside. Oh wow. This is crazy. It has a lot of action. Let's see. Yeah, look at that. Look at that freaking wiggle on there. Wow. So yeah, I'm gonna take it apart before I break the tip off. So yeah, I got one of these for me and Taylor got one also. This will be able to get us to where we need to go, out on the islands, out in the deep waters, in the Park lakes and the bigger lakes. And having a 12-foot pole is awesome. In my opinion, the long rods are where it's at. I don't really like short rods unless we're bluegill fishing. Then I like them really, really short. That's way more fun that way. But yeah, these long rods are the money, especially for $60. This could be like a crappy rod, honestly, for $60. And it would still be worth it to me just because it's gonna get you out there. And catching everything on this pole is gonna be fun because it's lightweight. Little catfish, little carp, maybe we'll even get some bigger bluegill or something on this rod. We're gonna do a lot with these rods. For $60, we might end up buying 2 more. We're gonna test them out and see what happens. Maybe we'll even buy 3 more. We'll see. We're just doing this because we got the bug. Honestly, guys, carp fishing and catfishing is something that's unexplainable in freshwater. These fish get huge. I think the record in America for carp is like 100 pounds. So imagine hooking up a 100-pound fish on a pole that's barely bigger than your thumb, or barely thicker than your thumb. I mean, that's gonna bend this rod like no other. But anyways, yeah. So, I mean, there's a lot of trout fishers out there. I grew up trout fishing and bass fishing. That's how I got started fishing. But when I found out about catfishing and carp fishing, I never looked back. I mean, there's 78-pound flatheads caught within 4 hours from me in California. I mean, you can't really match that. The gars in Florida and Texas get big, and the muskies get big, but I don't know, catfish and carp get huge. These carp that get 100 pounds too are fighting harder than any fish. Like these 1-pound carps we've been catching, 2-pound carps, are fighting harder than bass even. Like, these are amazing. It's like fighting a bass mixed with a catfish or something. Catfish are like, they're fun and not fun. Sometimes they just sit on the bottom and you're like, what is going on? And then you get them in. Sometimes they fight hard. It's really fun when they give you huge head shakes and just get that pole going once you get them in close. But carps just take huge runs, huge runs. They jump here, jump there like crazy, shake all over the place. And fishing them is totally fun and new. For most people in the United States, fishing with boilies and corn and hair rigs, it's all foreign to most people. So we want to get people pumped on this and understand why we keep going catfishing and carp fishing other than bass and trout and crappie, all the other popular game fish, you know. It's really fun, but when you get a huge fish on the line, honestly, anything over 5 pounds. I know bass can get over 5 pounds, but that's really rare. And catching catfish and carp over 5 pounds isn't rare. It's pretty common, especially on United States lakes. If you find the right spot, you're going to be able to catch a lot of big carp. And getting some 20-30 pounds is definitely doable, especially for the beginner angler. So, I mean, you can't really compare to that. You can go out in the ocean, even catching a 20-30 pound fish out there is crazy. So imagine catching one out of a 6-foot deep lake in freshwater right by your house. Check it out, guys. I wish Taylor could be here, but he's been working a lot and just can't always be in every video, you know what I'm saying? But I think we're gonna meet up tonight when he's off and we're gonna get these rods a little go. Other than that, like I said, let us know what you want to see. Check out our other videos, like and subscribe. All the support's been crazy. Our channel is actually starting to grow now noticeably, and it's pretty fun. It's hard to keep up, but we're trying our best to make these videos. Let us know what you want to see and what you like. Subscribe, everything, bitty bop boop boop. Peace out, fish homies. Love you guys. Oh yeah, one more thing is we did start a Snapchat. We're gonna be Snapchatting all the locations we're going to once we figure it out. So if you guys do want to come fish with us, we'd love to have you guys out there and come meet us, and we'll give you tips. Maybe you can give us tips. We can play fish, whatever. But a lot of people have been emailing us and messaging us on Instagram and YouTube wanting to go fish, and it's really hard to keep up. So sorry if we haven't got back to you or haven't made it out fishing with you yet, but keep hitting us up. And like I said, we're starting the Snapchat, so hopefully we'll be able to get to fish with a lot more of you. Peace out, fish homies. But yeah, the Snapchat is FishFinders. Just look up FishFinders.